You're watching the History Fella channel, and in this video we're looking at Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. Ulyanov was born on the 22nd of April 1870 and would die on the 21st of January 1924. Better known as Vladimir Lenin, he was a Russian revolutionary, politician and political theorist. He served as the first and founding head of government of Soviet Russia from 1917 until his death in 1924. Under his administration, Russia and later the Soviet Union became a one-party socialist state, governed by the Communist Party. Ideologically a Marxist, his developments to the ideology are called Leninism. Born to a school teacher's family in Sibirsky, Lenin embraced revolutionary socialist politics following his brother's 1887 execution. Expelled from Kazan Imperial University for participating in protests against the Tsarist government, he devoted the following years to a law degree. He relocated to St. Petersburg in 1893, where he became a senior Marxist activist. In 1897, he was arrested for sedition and exiled to Shushenskoye in Siberia for 3 years, where he married Nadezhda Krupskaya, and after his exile he moved to Western Europe, where he became a prominent theorist in the Marxist Russian Social Democratic Labour Party. In 1903 he took a key role in the RSDLP ideological split, leading the Bolshevik faction against Julius Martov's Mensheviks. Following Russia's failed revolution of 1905, he initially campaigned for the First World War to be transformed into a Europe-wide proletarian revolution, which, as a Marxist, he believed would cause the overthrow of capitalism and the rise of socialism. After the 1917 February Revolution, he ousted the Tsar and established a provincial government. He returned to Russia and played a leading role in the October Revolution, in which the Bolsheviks overthrew the new government. Lenin's Bolshevik government initially shared power with the left socialist revolutionaries, elected Soviets and multi-party constituent assembly, although by 1918 it had centralized power in the new Communist Party. Lenin's administration redistributed land among the peasantry and nationalized banks and large-scale industry. It withdrew from the First World War by signing a treaty, conceding the territory to the Central Powers, and promoted world revolution through the Communist International. Opponents were suppressed in the Red Terror, a violent campaign administered by the state security services, in which tens of thousands were killed or interned in concentration camps. His administration defeated right and left-wing anti-Bolsheviks in the Russian Civil War from 1917 to 1922 and oversaw the Polish-Soviet War of 1919 to 1921. Responding to wartime devastation, famine and popular uprisings, in 1921 Lenin encouraged economic growth through the new economic policy. Several non-Russian nations had secured independence from Russia after 1917, but 5 were forcibly reunited into the new Soviet Union in 1922, while others repelled Soviet invasions. His health failing, Lenin died in Gorky, with Joseph Stalin succeeding him as the preeminent figure in the Soviet government. Widely considered one of the most significant and influential figures in the 20th century, Lenin was the posthumous subject of a pervasive personality cult within the Soviet Union until its dissolution in 1991. He became an ideological figurehead behind Marxism and Leninism, and a prominent influence over the international communist movement. A controversial and highly divisive historical figure, Lenin is viewed by his supporters as a champion of socialism, communism, anti-imperialism, and the working class, while his critics accuse him of establishing a totalitarian dictatorship that oversaw mass killings and political repression of dissidents.